So this is Miss Zoe. This is our second time playing through this one. At the core, this is an elusive aggro deck featuring Zoe, Lunari Shadestalker, and Sparklefly as elusive threats, in addition to Zap Sprayfin. We have other usual suspects such as Mentor of Stones to pump up those elusive threats, as well as Pocket Aces for permanent buffs, and Pale Cascades to push temporary extra amounts of damage. We're playing Lunari Duskbringer here as an enabler for Shadestalker, as well as an enabler for Zoe. Having two differently named 1-mana cards here lets you level Zoe very quickly, very consistently. At the tippy top end of our curve, we've got some Bastion to protect our threats as well as Island Navigator, which can be very fun, giving everything Scout after you've leveled your Zoe up. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how this feels today. TF Swains. They are a mid-range control deck. We're going to be the beatdown in most of the games that we play with this archetype. Definitely mulliganing these two. I think we keep Zap because he's a threat that generates card advantage for us by drawing something, so that's nice. We're decking it even, so Sparklefly seems fine to keep. Yeah, this is reasonable. We got a 2-3-4 curve here. Nice.
I'll burn for what I've done.
Wow, these two connecting seems great for us.
Didn't know opposites MVP.
Don't know much, do ya?
I think we're just holding on to that for now. We'll take our lick for 4 here and drop Misfortune. I guess I could also Pocket Aces this turn onto the Butterfly. And then next turn I can Zap plus Pale Cascade. That's probably better. Misfortune doesn't get leveling faster this way, but having more life on here is nice in terms of racing. Suppose if they have Death's Hand, this plays really bad. It's a good way to summon Death's Hand into their hand. Okay, I think with this draw, I'm gonna do this into Crescent Guardian now. Yeah, I think I would have rather Misfortune die. I would have rathered Misfortune die than my Butterfly die, though, because we're in this racing situation. I think Sparklefly is actually more important than Misfortune was. So if I wanted to play around Death's Hand there, playing Misfortune was correct. This is pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded in front of a live Twitch audience, 5 days a week.
I forgot how slow time moves.
There's no way this card is leveling. I'm gonna attack and offer the trade. They probably take it.
Say your farewells.
Yeah, like these types of exchanges are just like not good for us overall in a matchup like this. Like we've got some more gas in the tank, but like they're a Twisted Fate Swain deck. Like their deck has way more top end than we do. We need to be the beatdowns here, and like our opponent both has better top end and they've been more proactive here in the early game. It's not a great mix for us. This is about to get flocked.
Looking for trouble? It found you.
After the battle,
Yes, Yildred.
My kind of party.
I will break them. Empire above all.
Seku, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. If magic stuff feels reasonable on Thursday, tomorrow's Thursday already. My plan is to likely focus on more magic stuff until Runeterra's patch drops on next Wednesday. What happened to 1,800 subs? Well, you see, with Twitch Prime and other things like that, people unsub pretty constantly. It's a rolling 30-day thing. Stuff falls off hyper. There's also, part of the reason I'm returning to doing magic stuff is a chunk of those 1,800 subs I had last time, in addition to some of them being sub-gifts, they were people that were still just hanging out, hoping I would go back to magic at some point. So those people have been slowly bleeding off over the course of the last few months.
They should thank you.
Too slow.
Coin operated. Thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. They open attacks with this. I have to throw Misfortune under a bus. They're not opening attacks, so we can generate a stun here, potentially. Okay. I don't know if this is enough to win the game, but it means we're not just dead at least. Sure.
Sacrifices must be made. I will break them.
Got a surprise for him.
Yeah, I don't plan to give up Runeterra stuff. Like I've talked about a lot. I understand this industry. I understand that building an audience in a new game is a slow burn that doesn't happen overnight.
Like a fish in water.
Plan to stick it out. Just gotta do my best to have an income in the meantime. Really? Kind of surprised. Like, they're really just not respecting Sparklefly. Maybe they have a way to kill this? I just can't beat another Ravenous Flock. Yeah, it could just be a flock. They have a Swain in place, so it's pretty likely.
Somebody's gonna bleed for this.
Yeah, this wouldn't be capable of being my job if my wife didn't have a full-time job that provided us with health insurance hyper. My wife is a business analyst for a Fortune 50 company. Elise, Demacia. So are they a plaza, like plaza ephemerals without Lucian? I'm mulligan these two, looking for a 3. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. 1, 2, 3.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the roses.
Ha! It's actually a really cute answer to Zoe. I get to get a hit in with her, but then they get to kill her next turn. I think Fast Hush would be a buff or a nerf. It would just be different. No, I don't think it would be either a buff or a nerf. It would just make the card different.
not that.
I think changing Hush. I think changing Hush to be fast speed would be a bad change.
Everyone's a garden.
Well, so we're gonna star chart into Cascade on here to save Misfortune, I think is the plan. Yeah, but it gives you opportunities to, like, Bastion or deny Hush, or Notify Hush if it's fast, so, like, it's not strictly better. You're right, it's better in a number of situations, but not all of them. My opinion on Hush is I would not be upset if they made Hush cost 3 mana, but I also don't think making Hush cost 3 mana fixes the fundamental problem with Hush. The fundamental problem with Hush, in my opinion, is that things like Fiora and Lee Sin demand an effect like Hush to answer them efficiently. And if you want there to be less Hush in the format, making Hush 3 mana doesn't accomplish that. You need to make the things that demand powerful answers less polarizing.
This is our way.
The issue isn't the answer. The issue is that the answer is the thing you have to be playing in order to be competitive against a bunch of things.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
Read. Am I just attacking with this then? I'm just attacking with this. No, I don't even agree with that, Combat Muffin. Oh, Noodle the Hook, the 2-1 was free. Yeah, that's a good call. This was just wrong not to do this. I don't think printing more answers so much as just like making the threats less powerful is a better solution. But the problem with keeping everything super high powered levels and giving everything lots of answers is it turns your gameplay into more of those Go Fish style moments, you know, right? Where like you're like, well, if they had their thing and I didn't have my thing, so the game ended because they had it and I didn't. Hey, thanks to the anonymous subgifter, whoever you are. That's really good.
You leave me no recourse.
I think I put this here, and then next turn with a pump spell, we can kill Hecarim with the Challenger Noodle. The fact that I didn't kill this last turn is going to come back to bite us. It's a pretty big mistake. Hey, Suma-san. Thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Come closer. I don't.
That's a really big Elise. At least with the fact that their board's gummed up here, we don't have to worry about harrowing, which is nice. Okay, I mean, we're actually kind of at parity here now, right? We're maybe a little bit ahead. We've got cards in hand, but our cards aren't particularly good. This is an okay-ish pickup. Well, we were at parity, and then they drew the best possible card. Can at least hush that for a turn, I guess. They get to hook my goat, and then I can't block their release profitably. Yeah, what's his name? Swim had been playing Sapling Toss. It was like a really clean card to be playing.
Can I paint you? You can't do this.
Fool do not doubt.
Okay, so if we draw a +2 effect, they die next turn to our elusive. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. A +2 would be 6, 7.
And stop staring.
Get up.
No.
No. We had a lot of draws there, right? We had Pale Cascade. All of our elusives did it. Probably like a third of our deck was live draws. Sometimes lucky, chat. Sometimes lucky. That's true. That's true. They peeled Hecarim last turn. We were due. They had 2 Hecarims to draw to, and we had like a third of our deck that killed them. So our cumulative variance was come due. I keep the Shade Stalker, mulligan the rest of these, looking for some more threats here. An enabler for this would be ideal. It's not terrible. That 2-drop means I can go Sparkle Fly into Shadestalker next turn.
Guns blazing.
Let me just Pale Cascade proactively here to push damage. It technically heals her as well. I think I like doing that. I like looking for more Nightfall enablers here. Look at that. Is that a good Nightfall enabler, chat?
Love ya.
Where do you
I
stand?
think this turn I want to double elusive here. Stalking Shadows in TF go hard. Oh wow, they're really aggressive, huh? What if we do this? I think I'm into it. So, I mean, this isn't the end of the world. Like, this having damage marked on it means it can't block Misfortune with her trigger. We've used up our cumulative variance. means they can still block.
Like a fish in water.
Wow, I like their build a lot.
Let's do this.
I like their build a lot. Shame Sparklefly is just that good. You mean thank goodness Sparklefly is just that good.
Ye started without me.
Why you gotta be betting against the home team, Blitz Legend?
Plenty of killing left.
What did my Sparklefly ever do to you?
You cannot hold us down. I know what I'm doing. We will be free.
Yeah, these blocks are medium against Go Hard. No, we saw a copy of Go Hard already.
Don't know much, do you?
Bastion's an incredible pickup. Alright, I definitely just open attacks, right? I guess I could try and kill them theoretically. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This draws a +2.
Keep up, keep up.
Huh?
Mother Moon Veil.
Are you kidding me? Burble Fish created Go Hard. And Runeterra's got to do us dirty and let us know that it was a created card. Vomit. Yeah, I played this out, putting them not on Go Hard based on their sequencing, and like them not being on Go Hard was correct. That was accurate. They were not on Go Hard.
Love ya.
Didn't know the boss had sent for ye.
Don't know much, do you?
Bolly, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Hard to get rich.
My kind of party.
Must we fight?
We live here.
What if we do this and Hush this and Bastion this? Think I like that? Misfortune was 1 away from leveling there. Maybe it's right to keep her.
Invisible to the ignorant.
solo.
Very likely drawing a go hard.
Packed 'em good. Others.
Get on Zap and see what happens here. Obviously can't beat a pack. Not gonna play around that.
Never lost a fair game. Or played one. I'm a people person.
The ocean charts our course.
Another day in paradise.
This is our way.
Ha. So we're dead? Yeah, I think that's the lock, huh? Yeah, I like a lot of the ideas they had there. Ha, fearsomes. The full mulligan, looking for my 1s and 2s. Sparkle Flies, one of our most important cards in an aggressive matchup like this. Goat and Misfortune are both fine pickups. They're both cards that block their fearsome threats. While they're not quite the Sparkle Fly I wanted for Christmas, they're more than reasonable. Block. Rough Beansy. Hope they're able to get that fixed soon for you.
No prey, no pay. We shall not rest until all betrayal.
Tradesies. I love Oreo. Thank you for the 2 years of support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Welcome back. Do we just go gem into Crescent Guardian here? I think that's the play.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
And trade for this and take 7 over here. Next turn, we get to play the Mentor of the Stones to pump this up so they can't block her properly in combat. We also have Pale Cascade to pair with her. That's a Sparkle Fly.
Requires concentration.
Well, now I can't not Sparkle Fly, right? So their best draw at this point is probably another Skitterer.
Leave me no recourse.
So I blocked this instead of this, so this way when they Pale Cascaded like this, I would be able to Bastion or Pale Cascade myself to save my thing. And if they have second Pale Cascade, I have Hush to wipe their pumps off of this. So their attack lost them a bunch of units and dealt a total of 1 damage to me, thanks to my boy Sparkles. Sparklefly is the best champion in the game. Well, it doesn't take up a champion slot, right? So it's just like super great. Yeah, number one sign you're in okay spot against the opponent's archetype is usually defensive Skitterer. Almost had lethal there, but not quite. Well, that's a good question. If we're counting Sparklefly as a champion, does Daddy Pharaon also count?
The ocean charts our course.
It's a good philosophical point.
From the darkness.
Who do not doubt.
What kind of spider makes you less inclined to squish it? I mean, there's some pretty scary spiders out there.
That's why I'm the captain.
Sparklefly getting to flex a little bit there. As we ride the loving embrace of the Master's rank floor. Jinx Draven, eh? I think these two are great keeps. I think if I was attacking on odds, I would keep Mentor of Stone, but because I'm attacking on evens, this is just too slow. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. It's my Sparklefly.
Help me, God.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
Help. Oh.
We will resist. Unseen, unheard. Whatever the cost.
Who's ready to reckon?
They forced us to choose
Death or the blade. Which would you choose, chat? Death or the blade? So, I'm going to have my 2-3 block the... Am I... Nah, I think we just trade early and often here, right? If they have Rummage Vision, they have Rummage Vision. Yeah, I was gonna trade early and often. Crowd favorite deck. Poro Cannon Vision, also similar. We've definitely been playing more Sparklefly matchups than Zoe matchups. They tend to excel in slightly different places.
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
Stop staring! Don't do it! Don't give my Sparklefly the clap! The thing I explicitly asked you not to do, opponent. I had one job, and it was don't do that. Okay, so we get to Zappy this turn, attune. We'll have 2 plus 1 mana stored, up to 3 for next turn. We'll be able to Misfortune plus Mentor next turn.
Keep up, keep up.
Keep up, keep up.
If I fall so big.
Is it crazy to just trade off here?
I'm too airborne.
that's not crazy. Like, they could have, if they have another crowd favorite in hand, these trades are just, like, really good for us.
It's just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly.
Under what it doesn't understand, silly.
The answer's here somewhere. I wonder.
So this Dusk Petal actually lets me convert spell mana into this Crescent Guardian, which is nice.
Looking into the future,
I see purple.
Celestial power. How easy on the hands, they're new.
The hands are new, chat.
So many questions.
I have the best job.
I'm gonna double gem this to get it out of Get Excited range. Then we'll drop Misfortune, and the next turn we've got a really good open attacks with our 2 burst spells in hand.
Rules are made to be broken.
Like buildings.
Or
People.
You should try blinking sometime.
It's gonna be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
No, it's I'm on a roll.
This can no longer attack profitably. Not interested in jump blocking. I feel like giving them an opportunity to missile or kill this is not worth getting the scout down, so ship it.
Got an axe with your name on it.
you're starting to bore me.
Obviously, Get Excited and Mystic Shot mean they don't kill the Jinx, but any burn spells they're pointing at my units at this point is a net positive for us. Those are burn spells that are not getting pointed at my face. There's also a Get Excited that's not getting pointed at my 12-7. So I think any action they take to save their Jinx here is not ideal, but it's better than the alternative, what that card could be doing. Yeah.
Everyone goes boom.
My beautiful face.
If we take 4 this turn, we'll take 4 next turn, and then with a chump block, we're not dead. We can hopefully kill them on open attacks with this.
Bye-bye.
So again, all of their removal is damage based, so we're just going to continue putting our eggs in this Crescent Guardian shaped basket. Well, I guess that really doesn't matter, right? Because if they have a Mystic Shot, or a Get Excited, they're just going to kill us with the rocket. So this actually probably doesn't make sense because of our life total. So, dead to a rocket unless this hits an elusive unit.
Dangerous water.
I assume they can play this card. Close game.
The party has a wrap.
No, we plan on.
Well, I guess we were dead to the rocket even if we hit the elusive, right? Because they had the Battlecaster. So the generation there actually didn't matter. We're gonna die regardless. Raka Kench, eh? We have some little units that Kench gets to eat up, but we have some copies of Hush, and we have some pump spells. This might not be terrible for us. Mulligan looking for Mazozo. Seems very reasonable overall. Dubs Pocket Aces to start. Not stellar. Yeah, there's probably a good chance we can get under them with some consistency as well. I like Miss Zoe as a deck name for this deck. It's classy. Whereas MFing Zoe is the opposite of classy. That's certainly a card.
Fortune favors the bold.
I'm not afraid. Just a wee bit blind. Ring the flipping bell. Should have stayed home, pal. Start the round. Where are you off to?
I think I'm supposed to bounce here so I can attack this at next turn.
You started without me.
Survey requests in game. That's not something I've seen in Runeterra before, no, Genova?
Gotta go with the flow.
I think the plan is play this and hook this and hit them with these.
Let's do
As after the last pinch. It asked me what I played, what they played, and did I have fun and stuff like that.
every step.
Those are good. Those are good questions. I'm glad that they're measuring enjoyment. Games should be fun. Measuring enjoyment is important.
You leave me no choice.
Time to get rich.
Live with purpose. Hide no longer.
If I pump this up to a 4/4 and they have Pale Cascade, I can pump again to eat their thing.
Unseen, unheard.
So we have 8 elusive power, 9, 10, 11, 12. I bet we'll see a 2v2 mode for PvP at sometime soon, even if just casually. I'd be really surprised if the co-op lab isn't we're prepping our stuff to be able to do co-op PvP or 2v2 in PvP.
Through the coral.
Da-da-da. Something like that would be a good thing to set them apart from a lot of the other games that are out there. I think Mythgard's the only card game I've ever played that has a 2v2 mode.
I don't want to hurt you.
They definitely should have hushed this one that didn't have damage on it, right? They had something on the March schedule that implied, I think, based on the name, that it could be 2v2, but it didn't point blank say it, it was just inferred. You could infer from it.
Temperamental as moonlight.
We theoretically have lethal next turn. Hearthstone lethal is available. Yeah, duo Q. Feels like a 2v2 option. Having game modes like that where you play with other people really help fix that kind of isolated asocial feature, asocial environment that digital games frequently feel like they have. Having another person. Duo queue is what League of Legends calls queuing as a pair. Ooh, that's a good piece of information. That's gotta be it then. They already have a name for that. That's Pick Ban Army. So what you're describing already exists. It has a different name. Hey, Mike Z, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with formats being strictly casual. So we have 11 mana here. This is 8, 11. How perfect.
The good guys, but not that good.
Tolarian posted a MTGA versus Runeterra comparison with Amazonian. Sweet. Amazonian's played a lot of Runeterra stuff. She's a good resource to tap for that. Be very quiet.
Whatever the cost.
We're hunting Kenshrakas. Yeah, well, I think that would be a good way to bring people in. Offering, it's also, not only is it just like a good feature, but it's a feature that's explicitly not something that most other games don't have. A good way to set yourself apart in an established game market like a card game is to offer things that other things specifically don't have to offer.
In Bilgewater.
None of the other mainstream card games have something like that. TF Swain. Mulligan the Dustspray. I think the rest of these are fine. This one especially is a good threat. It generates value. Oh my gosh, is Zoe gonna connect? My Zoe connected. It ain't right. Two-headed giant is like that for MTG. Yeah, that's not a feature that's supported on their digital platforms, Corrosion. Is the point. You're right, Paper Magic has a plethora of casual multiplayer formats like that. And in fact, I would probably make the argument that casual multiplayer formats like that are the reason Magic is successful in general.
Mystical levitation requires concentration.
The logistics of porting multiplayer casual formats like that to digital, though, is tough because Magic tends to have very big board states that are messy, and it's hard to translate those elegantly to a user interface that fits on a computer screen.
Gotta go with the flow.
Which is weird, so digital versions of Magic had Two-Headed Giant, why not Arena? Have you ever played Two-Headed Giant on Magic Online? It's real awkward, and the interface is not great. Being able to do something and being able to do something well are two different things. I think I open attacks here just to guaranteed get my Grant in. So I could play this out, but then they could kill this before I get to do anything. To the people saying the old version Duels of the Planeswalkers had Two-Headed Giant, would you describe the experience playing Two-Headed Giant on those platforms as elegant, easy to use, and easy to parse board states? It's also important to acknowledge that those Duels platforms weren't full Magic experiences, right? They were explicitly cut down versions for things that they were able to program and things that worked with the interface well, or as well as they could have. So as is frequently the case, the devil is in the details. Am I saving this? I feel like I'm not, right? It feels like we're in on the Elusive plan at this point. I want to protect like my overwhelm threat to push damage. Equinox is great here. We're just like racing and we get to get rid of their Elusive here.
Through the coral.
Da, 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 da. Oh, poor Shadestalker's about to get flocked. We didn't get flocked, chat. Alright, eggs meat basket. Sure, but you're asking me why they haven't done this thing, and I'm explaining to you why they haven't done that thing. The reason is because they can't provide a good experience doing it. Like I have a morbid curiosity to see what the Arena mobile client's going to look like, because there's definitely a lot of Magic boards that are hard to manage on my 27-inch monitor. Like having to manage some board states on a, my 6.5-inch cell phone screen sounds challenging. Let's say challenging is a good way to put it. Hush is great against Fiora. I'm gonna keep the Dustbringer, hope to find some 2s or a Zoe. Perfect, both. Why not both? And for reference, for people that haven't kept up with Magic news, they're supposed to have their first beta version, closed beta for Android, releasing tomorrow with the patch.
Oh, hey, what's that?
Yeah, games where you have to manually tap a land because of the auto tapper. Because the auto tapper's not perfect.
Gems are superb.
This is awful. I should have taken the pass. Whoa, they have nothing. What is in their hand? What is it? I should not have played my card there. I 1000% should have taken the pass.
Riddle me something cool.
Melty crystals.
They just like have Shens and combat tricks?
The balance requires.
And that has to be it, right? It's just like Shens and combat tricks? Hey, ARN, thanks for continuing your sub. I really appreciate the support. Welcome back.
I long for a worthy opponent.
So I go.
On guard.
Counter and strike.
We could still lose this game. Thankfully that doesn't count as a kill for her, which is a pretty big deal. That not counting as a kill for her is actually a really huge deal. I want to force them to have a thing here. I think I want to support this and hook into here. Wishy Fire, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Your move.
Yep. This will count as a kill. They are going to 9 here if they don't block anything else. If they don't open attacks next turn and we roll a Crescent Strike, I think their hand must be a ton of combat tricks, right? The fact they just like didn't make any plays early wouldn't imply that. Good chance they just open here. It's a good one. It's another bit of reach, especially with their scouts.
Balance favors. They are under my protection.
Oh, wow. This is really good, huh? So she's gonna get to attack and she's gonna go up to 6.
Try me.
This might be wrong. It might be better to try and save that to push damage with next turn. Have another Shen here, maybe?
Too easy. Fortune favors the bold.
The ocean is no place for the weak.
Oh, we're gonna die this turn. They're gonna gain 14. Yeah. Yep.
On guard. Try me.
Dead to single combat.
We were peaceful once.
Alright, I want to play some God of War. It is a rough morning for Runeterra.
Somebody's
Just
gonna
bad
bleed for this.
beats all around. I'm kinda off it. It's like my third deck in a row where like we just kind of got kicked around. I don't really have anything constructive to say about things we could do or change. My highlights channel, we had a bunch of good sets yesterday and the day before. My highlights channel's got a number of things that are queued up, and we posted this morning. Riven Shyvana went up on the highlights channel. So if you're looking for some more good Runeterra content, check out that. If you didn't see us do that live the other day. I'm going to shift gears and do some God of War for the next couple hours for the remainder of my stream today. I will be back tomorrow morning. The arena patch goes live at 10 a.m. Central. I'm planning to still go live at my normal 8 a.m. Central, starting with some Runeterra. So we're going to play one Runeterra deck tomorrow morning before I shift gears to Magic. So I'm going to go ahead and move on over to what's it called for the rest of the day, though. God of War.